Yeah, he's going to be missing the next 2 weeks. He's got a slight tear in his meniscus, so he has a minor operation today. Trim the cartilage up a little bit, missed 2 games, and he should be right in 3 weeks' time. Gibbsy, our doctors suggested that's not a bad result actually, that give it a bit of a trim and get back in a couple of weeks. Structurally his knee's fine. Oh, well, I was thinking in general, and this is not, another focus obviously will be that one, but I've always been consistent in making sure that all of our players, if you've got another option, you take the other option, and whether that's picking the ball up or smothering or tackling, and that's just not the weekend, but I've been consistent in saying that throughout the entire year is if you've got another option, take that option. Well, I've spoken to all of our players about it, and it's just something that you need to be mindful of. I mean, that's what the game is, and you need to be mindful of it. If you've got another option, in general, I'd like to tackle and smother and chase or win the ball in a general situation. I mean, if you're blocking a player that's clearly got the ball, you have to block. So there's not a black and white thing in football, which makes it very difficult for the adjudicators, I guess, to get it right all the time, and it's a very difficult thing to do. Well, he played 95 minutes and got through the game pretty well. So we look at that, and obviously Tippett's out. We'll make the decision later in the week. I mean, the good thing is that we've got that option now. Pikey's been able to play a game in the reserves in the weekend and got through 95 minutes and pulled up pretty well. So we've got that option to make that decision later in the week if we want to go in with Pikey in a straight swap for Tippett. That's what we're able to do, I guess, and that certainly needs to be strongly considered. It's a terrific contest. It's a team, Port Adelaide, obviously have had a sensational season. They've had a sensational 2 years, and they've got some players at the moment in absolutely red-hot form that are playing fantastic football all over the ground, forward, back and midfield for them. So they're a very strong unit. If you look at all the indicators, clearly the team that's on top by two games is going to be up the top of all the major stats, which they are. They've got some really exciting players. We've been able to strike a reasonably consistent patch as well. So it does point towards hopefully what's going to be a great contest, and it's fantastic to know that the tickets are selling fast and it could be a bigger crowd than what we had against Geelong. So it'd be great to get a huge crowd here and make sure that Port Adelaide have played in front of some big crowds too. It'd be great to play in front of as big a crowd as we can get at the SCG. Yeah, he's all right. I mean, his head's fine. So he's pulled up well. He was fine immediately after the game. He's been fine ever since. So his head's feeling fine.
Did you Parker all right?
Parksy?
Yeah.
Yeah, rolled his ankle. He rolled his ankle, I think, early in the game. So just a bit of a sore ankle. But he should be okay. No, LRT had a calf, so he's had a calf for a few weeks now. So he hasn't. So he won't play again this week, and hopefully play next week. Tommy Mitchell rolled his ankle, the same ankle he had operated on, but it's okay. But he'll probably miss 2 weeks. I think he strained his ligaments at the side of it, but nothing to do with the operation, which is a good thing. So he'll miss probably 2 weeks. We were really pleased with Harry Cunningham to be able to do that. His main focus going into every game is to be mindful that he could be playing a number of different roles. We brought him on as a sub the week before and he played down back for us and did a good job. He's played run with roles through the midfield. He's played on Brent Harvey at different times, and he's also been able to play up forward for us and give us a job up there. And to do what he did in the weekend and kick accurately and kick 4 goals is a real credit to him. But he goes into most games, as I hope all of our players do, with a firm aspect on pressuring the opposition, and then what happens after that's a real bonus. Yeah, Kieran, just a great achievement to be able to play 150 games, to be able to come in here, and he was doubted by a lot of people, and to do what he's been able to do, he's done it the hard way and come off the rookie list, and people doubted him, and his willingness and his will to succeed is second to none, and he's been able to apply himself now to be one of the I guess better midfielders going across the competition. He's what we're about as far as playing two-way football, up and back. He's able to defend really strongly, play on some of the best forwards in the game, midfielders in the game, and also attack really strongly as well. He's a really important player for us, and now he's developing his leadership skills and an important co-captain for us. Yep. I've always been impressed by his determination to make the most out of himself and his absolute competitiveness, which drives the his want to drive the group. He always wants to get better, both as an individual, and he wants the team to get better always. And that's what stands out with Kieran. He's a doer. He goes out and does things, and coaches like doers. Yeah, he is. He's quite unique. I mean, if anyone saw that mark he took on the weekend, it was an absolute beauty. And I felt for Shawnee Dempster, I think it was underneath it. And he's a terrific talent. I mean, he's an absolute top-end talent. And if he gets in a one-on-one contest, whether it's in the ground, on the ground, or in the air, he's very hard to beat. He's quite a unique talent. And our defenders are going to have their job cut out, work cut out, trying to look after him. But you know, we always get back to that midfield battle. We play against a team that's very deep in the midfield. They've got some extremely talented forwards, and we need to make sure that our midfielders get on top.